Welcome to my channel. Season 23-24 kicked off on the 12th of August this Saturday with the English Premier League champion City taking on one of the newly promoted teams, Burnley, at the Turf Moor. It is going to be another scintillating season to look for, with the transfer window still open and players moving and teams settling in with the newer combinations. Today, we take a look at the weekend results featuring the English Premier League teams and how they fared in their opening game of the new season. Burnley versus Manchester City at Turf Moor. City ran out winners with a scoreline 3-1 in their favour. Last season Golden Boot winner Erling Haaland getting a brace and Rodri with a blinder to top it up for City. City were rampant with as many as 17 shots and goals to 6 from Burnley, and they had 65% of possession, indicating the dominance of the game that they usually have from the beginning. City seem to have started the new season in the right note. Will they keep up the levels and match up to the expectations? Performance inconsistency like last season? Something for us to wait and watch. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest at the Etihad. Last season, second place Arsenal took on Nottingham Forest at the Emirates Stadium for their opening game of the season. Arsenal edged out for a narrow win against Forest with Nikita and a stunner from Saga. For Forest, the sole goal came from the strike force of Avinoy. A loss at Forest in May ended the title challenge for Arsenal last season. This time, it wasn't the case to be. Arsenal seemed to control the game throughout, had 80% of the possession in the game, and could have added more to the scoreline. It wasn't aha all smiles for Arteta though, as the new signing Jorin Timber from Ajax limped off with what appears to be a severe knee injury. Hopefully, it is not a serious one, and we will get to see the strong and athletic Jorin Timber back on Arsenal shirts soon. Declan Rice, who moved to Arsenal for more than £100 million, used to be a star at West Ham, seemed to be having a quiet evening, with more of a forward role that he played. Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli stole the show for Arsenal in the opening game of the season. Bournemouth versus West Ham. Europa Conference League winners West Ham will be disappointed not to take all 3 points at Bournemouth. After an excellent curler from Gerard Bowden gave the Hammers the early lead in the second half, Dominic Solanke rounded off Areola and scored into an empty net for the Reveller 8 minutes before time. Game ending 1-1 and both the teams sharing the spoils. David Moyes will be keen to add more players before the transfer window closure, strengthening their lines, especially after West Ham lost Declan Rice, the captain, from the last season in the current transfer window. Brighton versus another newly promoted team, Luton Town. Brighton at home last season were just unbeatable. All the top teams struggled with pace and tactics employed by Brighton, making huge progress and catapulting them into the Europa League this season. Argentinian and World Cup winner McAllister moved to Liverpool. Casido could move to Chelsea or Liverpool shortly, two of the strong pillars from the last season in the midfield. Brighton overcame a determined Luton Town, who matched Brighton for the first 30 minutes, created their own good chances before Solly March headed them ahead. New signing João Pedro converted a penalty for their second before Luton themselves converted a penalty to get one goal back. Simon Adingra scored the third, and a young striker, Evan Ferguson, who's back, got the fourth goal. Brighton ran out winners comfortably. Match ended 4-1. Everton versus Fulham. Everton almost got relegated last season, had their managers fired before Sean Dyche managed to keep them up in the Premier League last season. The opening game for Everton saw missing glory of chances, a reminiscence of last season, getting them close to relegation. Nothing seemed to have changed early in the season though, and they're unable to score at home. This would get them in the brink of relegation possibly again. Fulham got the all-important goal from the Cordoba Reed, getting them all three away good points on the table. Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle started their 23-24 season with a bang, dismantling Aston Villa 5-1 at St James's Park on Saturday. Italian midfield maestro Sandro Tonali scored on his debut for Newcastle and Moussa Diaby for Aston Villa early in the game. The Swedish Alexander Isak scored a brace, with Callum Wilson and the new signing Harvey Barnes scored one each from the bench. With an astonishing last season propelling them to the UEFA Champions League, Newcastle continued with their omniscient goal-scoring form, plundered 5 past Martinez. It's going to be a very keenly watched season for Newcastle with all to play for, and hopefully they can live up to their expectation and play with all the flair and impressive goal scoring record they've been having from the last 12 months. Brentford versus Tottenham. Brentford came into the season with a thumping last season. Amazing performances that saw a very determined team with a lot of potential to take on any team, get results anywhere, and no matter how the opponent good was. Brentford looked promising throughout the game, counter-attacking when getting a chance at Tottenham goal. Eventually, the game ended 2-2, both teams sharing spoils, and both managers should be happy with the point. Brentford should be disappointed not going ahead in the half break 3-2, with an excellent Henry creating a chance for Muma to score a second of the evening, only for him to have it hit out over the bar. Tottenham looked promising with the new manager without Kane and with new signing Maddison from Leicester City. They need to continue with such good performances and live up to what they can achieve and get back into Europe hopefully this season. Chelsea versus Liverpool, another blockbuster came, this time at Chelsea at home, Stamford Bridge versus Liverpool. Both not playing in Champions League from last season's performance, would want to start on a positive note, take maximum points as possible with them this time around. Liverpool look like to do exactly the same, going on full force, very energetic, great movements. First 30 minutes of the game, Chelsea were definitely on the back foot. Liverpool got the deserved lead and could have doubled the lead with the ever-present Salah, whose goal got ruled out because of VAR for offside. Chelsea came back strong. They scored a goal from an unlikely source in the new signing Disasi and almost went on to take the lead until VAR had to call it offside. Liverpool will be disappointed with the result and their overall performance. Chelsea would be happy with the point and would like to build on it for the upcoming matches. Well, that's it from my side in this review for the opening week results of the English Premier League. Please provide your comments, subscribe to my channel for more such reviews. Until next time, take care.